So good morning to all of you students. Today I am going to explain about the bubble sort algorithm. So this bubble sort algorithm is helpful to understand other algorithms like insertion sort, quick sort, selection sorts, etc. Otherwise it is a very basic algorithm and it is rarely used in applications of the data structure. So this video basically covers the step-by-step explanation of this bubble sort algorithm and one example in which we will sort unsorted array to the sorted one by using this bubble sort, and then finally we will discuss about the time complexity of this bubble sort algorithm. So let us see what is this. So first of all we will define it. So basically this is the simplest simplest algorithm that repeatedly swaps its adjacent elements if they are in wrong order. If they are in wrong order or out of order, then it will swap, and the data and these elements may be like in order. This may be ascending or descending with numerical data or alphabetically with characters. So this is the basic definition of the bubble sort algorithm. Now we will see the steps, we will see the passes. So if any unsorted array is containing n elements, then it will contain n minus 1 passes. So we will see the explanation of each pass, that how it takes place. So first we will see the pass 1. In each pass compare each element except the last one with neighbor to the right. So in this way, if they are out of order, then swap them. This will put, when we swap, if they are out of order, it means it will put the largest element at the last position. So this puts the largest element at last position. In this way, the last element in its final place. It means the last element is finally placed at its position. Now we will see the pass 2. Pass 2 this is also similar to the pass 1 but with few changes. So in this, compare each element except the last two. This is very important point, that in pass 1 we were comparing each element with the last one, and here in this pass 2 compare each element with last two. Now if after comparing, if they are out of order, if they are out of order, then swap them. This puts the second largest element at second last position, at second last position. So in this way last two elements are finally placed. So in this way last two elements are finally placed. Now we will see the pass 3. Pass 3 will be similar to pass 2 but few changes. Pass 3, in this pass 3 what will happen? Compare each element except the last 3. Here it will be last 3, and then if they are out of order, swap them. This will put the third largest element at third last position, and it means the last 3 elements shall be finally placed. So this will be the pass 3. In the same way we can go for pass 4 and so on, pass 4 and so on, and continue as above, until no more element on left of the array or list. So these are the description of the passes. Now we can also describe this algorithm in another way, or like we can see like this, we can see it in 4 steps like this. Repeat steps 2 and 3 for I equals to 1 to n. If an unsorted array is containing n elements, then repeat steps 2 and 3 for I equals to 1 to n. Step 2, repeat step 3 for j equals to 1 to n, for j equals to 1 to n. Step 3, if aj is greater than aj plus 1. If this aj is greater than aj plus 1, then we will swap. So swap aj and aj plus 1 like this. And finally the fourth step is AND. So this is another way of explaining the bubble sort. So let us recall. So this is the simplest algorithm that repeatedly swaps its adjacent element if they are out of order. It may deal with the ascending or descending order, or it may also deal with the corrected data. So we will have some passes like pass 1, compare each element except the last one with neighbor to the right. If they are out of order, then swap them. This puts the largest element at last position and last element in its final place. Then we will go for the pass 2, compare each element except the last two. This is important point. These are the important points in this bubble sort. And then if they are out of order, swap them. This will put in the second pass, this will put the second largest element at the second last position. Now we will come to pass 3. In pass 3, what will happen? Compare each element except the last 3. If they are out of order, swap them. This will put the third largest element at the third last position, and last 3 elements shall be finally placed. So in this way we can go for other passes, and we will continue as above until no more elements are left. So, and this can also be seen like this. It will have 4 steps. Step 1, repeat steps 2 and 3 for I goes to 1 to n. Then step 2, repeat step 3 for j goes to 1 to n if it is containing n elements. Then if aj goes to step 3, aj is greater than aj plus 1, then swap and then AND. Now we will see this bubble sort. We will apply this bubble sort in an example. Now let us see how it happens. Now we will sort an unsorted array by using the example. So this is the example of unsorted array. It is containing 5 elements, 7, 2, 8, 5, 4. Now we will apply the bubble sort algorithm on this. So because this is containing the 5 elements, that's why it will contain 4 passes. In 4 passes this will be sorted. So let us see how it happens. Now these are the 5 elements: 7, 2, 8, 5 and 4. So these are the 5 elements. Now we will compare 7 with 2. So 7 is greater than 2, that's why they are swapped. So 7 and 2 are swapped in this way. This will be 2 and this will be 7. This is 8, 5 and 4. So 7 and 2 are swapped. Now we have taken the first element, we have compared this first element with the second element. Now we will compare the second element with the third element. Now 7 and 8 are compared. Because 7 is less than 8, therefore there will be no change. There will be no change. So it comes out to be like this. This is 2, 7, 8, 5 and 4. Now we will compare 8 with 5. Because 8 is greater than 5, that's why these 2 elements are swapped. So it comes out to be 2, 7, 5, 8 and then 4 this is 2, 7, 5, 8 and 4. So in this way 8 and 5 are swapped because 8 is greater than 5. Now we have compare this third element. Now we will compare the fourth element with the fifth element. This is 8. 8 is compared with 4. So because 8 is greater than 4, that's why we will swap these two. So it comes out to be like this. This is 2, 7, 5, 4 and then 8. So in this way, this is fourth, this is 4 and this is 8. So in this way, this element comes in its final position because this is the largest element. So this largest elements in its final place. This is the largest. This is the first largest. This is the first largest. So this is pass 1. Pass 1 completes. This pass 1 is completed here. Now we will go for the pass 2. So this is 2, 7, 2, 7, 5, 4, 8, 5, 4 and then 8. It is in its final position. This is the largest. Now we will compare 2 with 7. So we will compare first element with the second. So this is compared with the 7. So there is no change because 2 is less than 7. That's why there is no change. So this will be 2. This is 7, 5, 4 and 8. Now we will compare the second element with the third one. Second element is this. 7 is compared with the 5 because 7 is greater than 5. Therefore, they are swapped. We will swap. It comes out to be 2, 5, 7, 4 and then 8. So this is 2, 5, 7, 4 and 8. 2, 5, 7, 4 and 8 and this is 8. Now we have compared second element with the third one. Now we will compare the third element with the fourth element. Now we will compare 7 and 4 because 7 is greater than 4, that's why they are swapped. So this will come at 4, go at 4 position and this will come at third position. So this will be like this: 2, 5, 4, 7 and then 8. So in this way seven or the second last element in its final position, or we can say the last two elements are at their final places. These two elements are shorted. This is the second largest, this is the first largest, and this is the second largest. So here this is the pass 2 completes here. Now we will go for the pass 3. So in pass 3 we will take these elements 2, 5, 2, 5, 4, 7, 8, 4, 7 and then 8. because these two elements are already shorted, they are in their final position. Now we will compare the first element with the second one. We will compare 2 with the 5, this, but 2 is less than 5, therefore there will be no change, it remains as such. So this remains as such, there will be no change of positions of 2 and 5. Now we will compare the second element with the third one. This is second element, 5 is compared with the 4, because 5 is greater than 4, that's why they are swapped. We will swap, so it comes out to be, this is 2, 4, 5 will come at third position, 4 will go at second position, and this is 7, it is already shorted, so it comes out to be like this. So now last 3 elements are sorted, or we can say this is first largest, this is second largest, and this is the third largest. So 3 elements are at their final places. So this is the pass 3 completes here. So 3 elements are sorted. Now we will go for the pass 4. In pass 4, this is 2, this is 4, this is 2, 4, 5, 7, and then 8. So 2, so these 3 elements are already sorted. This is the first largest, second largest, third largest. Now we will compare the first element with the second. So this is compared with the second, because 2 is less than 4, therefore there will be no change, it remains as such. So this is 2 and this is 4, this is 5, 7 and 8. In this way 4 is the fourth largest element, and this is also at its final position. So we can say now 4 elements are sorted, because 4 is, this is the fourth largest, this is first largest, second largest, third and fourth largest. In this way we can say 4 elements are in their final positions. So this is pass 4 completes here. This is pass 4 completes. So because it is containing 5 elements, therefore there will be 4 passes. In 4 passes all the elements are sorted, because in this pass 4, the fourth largest, we are getting the fourth largest, this is 4, only this is remaining and this is already sorted. So we can say we have applied this bubble sort, and this way we were having the elements of unsorted array 7, 2, 8, 5 and 4, and we have sorted this. So the final array, the sorted array is containing the elements 2, then 4, then 5 and 7 and then 8. So in this way we have applied this bubble sort algorithm. This is a very simple algorithm. Now we will discuss its time complexity. So let us see that how we can calculate the time complexity of the bubble sort. Now we will calculate its time complexity. So let us see how we can calculate. So as we know, we have already seen that n minus 1 comparisons are done in first pass, and n minus 2 comparisons are done in second pass. In the same way, n minus 3 comparisons are done in third pass, and so on. So total number of comparisons can be given as n minus 1 plus n minus 2 plus and so on 3 plus 2 plus 1. Say this is equation 1. Now we know from arithmetic progression, we have already know that 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on up to k, this is equals to k into k plus 1 upon 2. Let us say this is 2. So this is from the arithmetic progression. This we already know that 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on plus k, this is equals to k into k plus 1 upon 2. Now we can put this in equation 1. So this equation 1 becomes this will be n minus 1 plus n minus 2 plus and so on plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 equals to, we will put k equals to n minus 1 plus 1 upon 2. So it comes out to be n into n minus 1 upon 2, or this is n square upon 2 minus n upon 2. Hence we can say the time complexity will be, it can be given as order of n square, because the higher order term is n square in this case, therefore the complexity will be big O of n square. So this is the time complexity of bubble shot. Now we will see the space complexity. Space complexity, this will be order of 1. This will be order of 1 because only one additional memory space will be required for temp variable. So this is the space complexity of the bubble shot algorithm. Now we will see some advantages, though it is rarely used in some application, but some advantages are also there for this bubble shot algorithm. So we will see advantages. The first advantage is if the list is shorted. So in best case we can say In best case, if the list is shorted, then time complexity is, this is big O of n. So the time complexity is order of n, but it is not order of n in other sorting algorithms. So this is the benefit. And second benefit is, in computer graphics, this bubble sort algorithm, this bubble sort is popular for its capability to detect very small errors. This is the second benefit of bubble sort algorithm. Now it is to be noted here, we have to be note one, there is another sort, that is odd even sort. So odd even sort, which is the parallel version of this bubble sort, odd even sort is the parallel version of bubble sort, which is used for message passing system. Message passing systems. So this is also very important, that odd even sort is there, which is the parallel version of bubble sort. This is parallel version of bubble sort, which is used for message passing systems. And sometimes this bubble sort is also referred to as sinking sort. Sometimes it is also referred as sinking sort. So this is also known as occasionally as sinking sort. So these are the other things which are also to be noted, we must know about this bubble sort. So we have seen so many things in this bubble sort. We have seen its passes, how we can describe its passes. Then we have seen one example in which we have sorted and unsorted array. After that we have discussed its time complexity, which is order of n square, and thus space complexity, that is order of 1. And then we have discussed some advantages, 2 advantages we have discussed, and then some other things we have already discussed. Thank you very much.